Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience, start to finish. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer mentions having used their previous model for years, both at home and in the office, and was initially hesitant to try something new when their old reliable finally started to give out. Despite that apprehension, they decided to take a chance on this new device, and the switch has been overwhelmingly positive. Our reviewer finds this mouse to be a significant upgrade in terms of comfort. It's a bit larger and has more weight to it than their previous one, which they prefer, as it gives the device a more substantial and premium feel. It also seems to glide much more smoothly across their mouse pad, making for a more pleasant user experience overall. The scrolling functionality is a standout feature. The main wheel can automatically switch from a precise clicky scroll to free spinning mode for quickly navigating long documents, and the sensitivity for this switch can even be customized. Additionally, the inclusion of a horizontal scroll wheel operated by the thumb has been a massive quality of life improvement, especially for navigating wide spreadsheets without having to use the on-screen scroll bar. Perhaps the most praised feature is the software's ability to handle per-application customization. While this client's older mouse had more physical buttons, this new one makes better use of them. They can be programmed to perform completely different actions depending on the active program, which our reviewer calls a genius implementation. For anyone working with multiple computers, another feature is highlighted as being incredibly useful. It allows for seamless control over both a laptop and a desktop, letting the user move the cursor from one screen to the other as if they were a single system. This even extends to copying and pasting files between the machines, effectively eliminating the need for flash drives for simple transfers. This client considers this mouse an amazing product and highly recommends it.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer shares a long and complicated history with a certain brand of computer peripherals. For years, their products were the gold standard, the kind of gear you could rely on to be among the best in the industry. Our reviewer recalls switching to them many years ago, back when wireless technology first became truly viable, after a frustrating experience with another major manufacturer's device. The initial impression was so strong that it cemented a brand loyalty that has lasted for a very long time, leading them to exclusively purchase from this single company. However, that perception has soured recently. This client feels that the brand's modern, high-end mice have developed a troubling pattern. They perform exceptionally well for the first few months, only to develop a critical flaw. Specifically, they begin registering single clicks as double clicks, a deeply frustrating issue that renders the device unreliable for both work and general use. This has been a consistent problem for our reviewer, affecting the last several premium mice they have owned from this company, with the sole exception of one that was stolen before it had the chance to fail. Now, with a brand new mouse from the same lineup on their desk, they are giving the brand one final chance. If this latest model also succumbs to the same double-clicking curse after a short period, our reviewer has made it clear that their long-standing loyalty will be over. They are already considering a switch to other competitors, having heard good things about some of the alternatives available on the market. It's a make-or-break moment for a once-favorite brand.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this wireless pointing device, a renewed one at that. Honestly, they're extremely happy with what they got, especially considering it's a product designed for heavy use. Our reviewer would rate the quality a solid 9.5 out of 10, noting minimal signs of wear and tear like scratches or scrapes. It arrived with what appears to be the original manufacturer's cable, the unifying USB receiver, and of course, the device itself, and everything functions perfectly. Now to get into the nitty-gritty, there are only two minor gripes. First, this client had to reconnect the USB receiver to the pointing device using the Logitech unifying software, but they stressed that this was a quick and easy fix, taking only a couple of minutes. The other issue is with the Smart Shift feature, which automatically switches between smooth and discrete scrolling. While the concept is cool, our reviewer feels like the actual switching action when scrolling faster feels a bit worn out, which is understandable given its renewed status. However, even with this slight issue, it still works just fine. In conclusion, our reviewer thinks this is a greatly valued pointing device and says they are hooked on it. Despite those tiny imperfections, they give it an overall rating of 10 out of 10.
And that's it. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe for more. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching.